What's up, street photography gods? Annette Kim from sister of Eric Kim from the Eric Kim blog photography.com.
Today's episode, we're going to talk about the art of cross-pollination. So, Annette, you've been creating the new cover for our new upcoming book, The Modern Photographer. Tell us what the concept of cross-pollination is in photography, and how can photographers better cross-pollinate their visual artistry to make more creative images?
So the idea behind cross-pollination is, not just... Sorry. You have no idea how long I wanted to do that for.
The art of cross-pollination. Alright, go on. Let it keep rolling.
So the idea of cross-pollination...
Keep going.
Okay, we're good.
Action. The idea of cross-pollination is that you shouldn't just define yourself...
It's cross-pollination.
Cross-pollination is...
What did I say?
It's so the art of cross-pollination is...
not just sticking to one thing as a photographer. So that's just kind of putting yourself in this restrictive box where you're not learning new things, and thus inspiring you to, evolve your artwork. So as a photographer, you should be looking towards, things like philosophy or, painting, sculpture, architecture, all these things that, in reality, all connect with one another. And then the more you learn about these different things, the more you figure out how you can bring those elements into your photography and taking your photography to another level.
And one thing I really want to mention is, I don't think photographers should only call themselves photographers because it's too limiting. I much prefer the concept of visual artists because you can make pictures with your camera, you can make pictures by drawing pictures, you can make pictures through sketching, and one of the creative tools that we've built together is Eternal Return to Create It Every Day. And Annette, you created a section on drawing. Can you talk to us a little bit about, how do you think photographers can actually benefit from drawing? Because I know a lot of photographers say, the reason I picked up photography is that I don't know how to draw. Mm-hmm. So how do you think photographers could, start off drawing, and how can they benefit from drawing?
Okay, well, why don't we talk about the benefits of learning how to draw? Or I would say everyone has the ability to draw. It's just, sitting down and actually applying yourself. But once you do, practice art, you have so much more control in what you decide to draw. So you can completely choose the wildest compositions that you may not be able to achieve in the physical world. And you're not limited to the physical things that you see when you go outside. Literally your mind is the world on the paper that you decide to come up with. And, you have absolute control over, your foreground, middle ground, background, the line of sight that the viewer's eye takes. And, just you're able to share with your viewers a very, a cross-section of your mind. And I think people's actual ideas, original ideas, are more powerful than, kind of things that you might randomly come across in real life.
And also, can you talk a little bit about how photographers could apply color theory to make better pictures?
So when you learn kind of the basics of color theory, here's a chart I made to demonstrate the color theory. So here's the color wheel, all the colors of the rainbow are happily together here. And then any colors that are opposite one another are complementary or opposite colors. And in essence, when you place these two complementary colors together, it becomes more intense. And you might want to use that to, maybe make a certain item in your image really stand out. or, to maybe show that it has a more significant meaning. And then quickly split into half. These are all warm tones, and these are cool tones. So when you use warm tones, it is kind of a more symbolic meaning. So you can, decide, the kind of emotions you're trying to evoke by seeing these colors. Or then, like, these cool tones are kind of more relaxing compared to the more vivid, energetic tones of the warm tones. So, when you kind of learn also, what these colors, the tones are supposed to symbolize, and, you could further use it to make your image more powerful.
So, what kind of emotions do warm tones evoke versus cool tones in photographs?
Oh,
or pictures?
Well, generally, cool tones, it's like more relaxing, serene, calm. Compared to warm tones, it's really vivid, energetic, maybe almost like manic. So, if you kind of maybe you see like some super hyped up guy wearing a red shirt, it really stands out. And then you also apply the opposite color, you place him with a green background, it makes it even stand out even more.
So it's this dynamic juxtaposition between the colors which can create a much more vibrant image.
Yeah, and it could also make it more aesthetically pleasing when you know the color pairings. So maybe you just stick your palettes to like warm tones, and then maybe have like one cool tone that's the accent, or backwards you have all the cool tones, and then maybe you stick one warm tone in there. It really just makes it pop out.
So a lot of people watching this video on YouTube, so we got this book, Create Every Day, and it's a guide to help artists not only to make better pictures, but also learn how to draw, to learn how to photograph, and to write. Why should people buy the book?
Well, this is, further goes into showing the importance of cross-pollination. So to make it as a visual artist in today's society, it's no longer good enough to be a master in just one profession. So, I'm sure most of you guys are photographers or identify as photographers out there, but, to market yourself, you need to know how to write. And I highly suggest you to get into drawing, and then, you could have a better understanding of like compositions, how things work with each other, maybe like your use of colors instead of going out and hunting for them. So this really goes to show how learning and becoming a master in these different subjects will really help you as a person, reach the level that you can truly reach.
And not only that, but I feel that in today's modern world, photography and pictures and image making is even more important than ever, because pictures dominate our lives. We're always looking at a screen. We're either looking at our laptops, we're looking at our iPads, we're looking at our phones. And we're not only making images with our cameras, we're making images with our drawings and digital illustrations. Also, the economy is run by images through advertising, through media, through either moving images or still images. So to thrive as a modern photographer, not to just be a photographer, to be an image maker, whether that's using Photoshop or Illustrator or photography, or even making films, moving pictures. You think that the future is moving pictures?
Yeah, so I believe that the future of visual arts is, moving images that emulates, how we see things in the real world. Everything's constantly moving, maybe evolving, and, I guess that is the purpose of art, and the art that you produce. You don't want to be a static artist just doing the same thing over and over again. You want to be evolving and moving.
So if you want to pick up a copy of Eternal Return to Create Every Day, our hope is for you guys to pick one up for a friend. If you have a friend who's kind of a little bit in a creative rut, this could encourage you to make, learn, and play every single day, and to take out the pretentiousness of art, to make it art with a lowercase a. And if you maybe don't have the space for the print edition, we also have designed a mobile edition where it's a mobile edition that could be with you regardless of where you are. So it's going to be in a convenient, you can either purchase in the Kindle store, you could purchase in hapticindustries.com in our store. And our hope with the mobile edition is also available as a PDF, is for it to always be with you on the go. You could access the PDF, there's no DRM on it, which means that you could freely access it, put it on multiple devices, print out sample pages. So our hope with the mobile edition is that it'll just give you a lot more creative freedom and flexibility in your photography. So once again, check out a copy of Creative Every Day. Go to hapticindustries.com, we'll include a link below, or Google Eric Kim blog and click the shop link there. And lots more cool creative stuff to come from me, Annette, and also Cindy, who's making the video. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. See you guys later. Bye. Oh! Wait, I knocked over my glasses.
Oh, cut.